All right, what's up guys? We're back in the warehouse again. This time we've got the BetaFPV Aquila kit, the Aquila16. I really do like the packaging that these kits come in. Nice, compact, especially this one. Nothing falls out when you tilt it upside down. We're not really gonna go over the beginner specs of this thing. I know there's lots of videos on it already, so we're not really gonna show you the position hold, the sport mode. We're just gonna go straight to acro. We're gonna see how far can you actually push this little drone. Is there any way we can make it perform better? And I just want to see what it's capable of, so to see how far you can take this kit before you need to upgrade this. Because we already know the goggles, they're analog, so you can use them on any analog drone. The radio, it's ELRS, the light radio too. So once again, you can also use that on other whoops or quads or whatever. I might even try it on one of my builds after I throw this around. I'm hoping it doesn't break on the first two batteries. It comes with the 1100 mAh 1S things that slide in here. I'm probably going to try and strap a lighter battery onto it since it's got BT 2.0. It's kind of a proprietary battery just because it's supposed to clip in, but you can use normal batteries if you want. So I'm going to try that, see if it's lighter, see if it flies better. I know the ducks are not the most ideal for ripping around, but let's see what we can do. I've already put my rates on it, and I'll give you my thoughts after and see if it's still in one piece. Cheers. All right, we're just gonna quickly go over the normal mode. As you can see, it's got position hold. Give you a little sound of what it sounds like. It's pretty loud. Holds position pretty good, in here at least. It doesn't move very fast in this mode. And we'll go to sport mode. Doesn't have position hold, but it's a little faster. All right, let's put the goggles on. Bad VTX signal, that's cool. Okay. Let's see what this is all about in manual mode. I'm definitely in the wrong channel. I have to change this because it is glitchy. Oh, jeez, yep, we're definitely in the wrong channel. Well, we may have killed it. Okay, so battery ejected. Let's figure out this VTX channel and try again. Okay, so not all of that recorded. Not sure my SD card and the goggles are formatted properly, so hopefully I can show you what I can show you. But we're going to try that again, and I'm going to use my daily driver goggles to record. So I'm going to plug her in again. Hopefully I didn't fry the VTX leaving it on too long. Let's get this into the right band. Okay, let's hit record. Let's hit record on here. Can we Get everything in frame. Let's see if we can sync this one. I'm still gonna fly with the BetaFPV goggles, despite really not wanting to. Okay, let's try this again. Do I just go for a trippy spin? Oh my God. Oh yeah, we could trippy spin this thing, even with the 1100. Oh, okay. Does not, oh shit, that's, okay, it didn't change my, they weirdly have the VTX switching on the same as turtle mode. I really think that was a stupid idea, but I guess it automatically realizes which direction it is, and we'll see how well that still works. Oh my God. It's going to be very tough to do a freestyle edit with this thing. These goggles are crushing my nose. I think I have them too tight. Can we Matty flip here? Let's try it this way. Nope. Okay, I need to be way higher in the throttle. That's going to be real tough. Battery ejection. Okay, so still in one piece, surprisingly actually. I think this is going to be pretty durable, which I did here. We're gonna continue testing. I'm gonna put together an edit with whatever I'm capable of doing on this thing. And then I'll come back with my findings, see what I did to lighten it up, if I end up doing that. And yeah, that's it for now. Okay, so my findings with the Aquila16 are it flies a hell of a lot better, and you still get like 2.5 to 3 minutes of flight time. If you use a 450 battery, I quickly, jankily put together this elastic band And then I used the charging cable, the adapter for your charger, that for the other batteries, and just plugged it in. It significantly lowers the weight. I'm going to put it on a scale and see how much of a difference. And things were possible. I was able to power loop, I was able to Matty flip. I was able to trippy spin with the 1100 mAh 1S battery that it came with, but Matty flips, it just couldn't pull out of that. And same with power loops. It was just really hard to pull out of dives and stuff. Split S's, it still doesn't do very good. I think that's due to the duct shape. But as you can see, you're probably not going to be doing some of that stuff as a beginner, which this is still designed for. Like if you're somewhat experienced or have flown an FPV drone before, this definitely isn't for you. If you already know and have looked into a bunch of research, you've been in the sim, I still would recommend buying like a dedicated radio, a whoop, and the best set of goggles you can buy for the money, because you can use them for everything. So you might as well buy once. What I think these would be good for is, for me actually to have, I can carry it around. Somebody wants to fly, or I meet somebody that's really interested. I'm not going to worry if I just hand them this and let them try it. That I think is the best reason to have one of these. Not necessarily to go out and buy it and use it for yourself, but to have it, you can spread FPV easily with one of these and not have them like risk one of your own quads. I was bashing this around, no problem so far. I'm sure if I was flying outside today where it's like 5 degrees Celsius, that the plastic would break, no question, but it held up. Props are not even that dinged up. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you have one of these, to lighten it up with putting a different battery. Be easier if you just got one that had a pigtail, which I do have, I just didn't charge those. The only thing you can't upgrade on this is it's not on Betaflight, so you're limited to what settings you can do. I'm not sure if you can put a binding phrase on it and use other radios. You might be able to do the old 3 plug-in and bind with another radio, but I haven't tried that. I used the light radio that it came with. It's very similar to all their other light radios. It's got switches. Like I said, this switch is for turtle mode, but also changes the VTX channel or band or both. That I don't really like. I wish you could just go into the OSD menu and change it like you would normally, or even in the configurator. I'm not sure if you can do that. I'll have to double check. But yeah, that's the Aquila16 FPV kit.